8 months ago, I witnessed what I considered as the worst top 15 Need for Speed games I have ever viewed.
One of my personal favourites.
Nice laggy footage you got there.
Number 8, we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit from 2010.
That's not Hot Pursuit. That's clearly 2015. How did you get footage from the wrong game?
In number 6, we have Need for Speed Shift from 2009.
Oh hell no. Shift at number 6? Seriously? Where the fuck is Most Wanted 2005? Seriously, you rank 2012 so high, but 2005 is nowhere to be seen. It should be the other way around. From questionable decisions to preventable editing mistakes, the worst top 15 Need for Speed games list I have ever viewed finishes with a final score of -4.5. And I still stand by what I said to this day. Long before I discovered that shitty list, I once watched a video titled, Top 10 Need for Speed Games, posted by WatchMojo. I heard that some people really dislike this channel, so that got me thinking about reviewing their list, and see how it holds up. One thing to note on, is that this list was uploaded before Payback, so don't expect these 3 games to be in this. Yo DJ, turn on the music.
Do you have the need? The need for speed? I'm sorry. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Need for Speed games in the franchise. Number 10, Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed.
We seem to be starting off just fine. Porsche Unleashed looks quite similar to the franchise's next entry, Hot Pursuit 2. I never played that game before, so I'm not entirely sure if I agree with this or not, so I'm giving this entry 0 points. Although it's cool to see an NFS game dedicated to a popular car brand, like Porsche.
Number 9, Shift 2 Unleashed.
Sorry to say, but I got to take away a point for putting Shift 2 in this list. The Shift games may seem cool at first, but they feel more like a Forza Motorsport or a Gran Turismo game.
Number 8, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010.
Now we see a game that I'm very familiar with. This is easily one of my favorite NFS games, but looking back at Mojo's list, I have to somewhat disagree, as I would have put it on a higher spot, just like I did in my own list. But hey, I'm glad that this guy used the correct footage for this entry, unlike 7 who didn't.
Number 7, Need for Speed 2.
I never played Need for Speed 2 before, but putting it higher than Hot Pursuit 2010, definitely have to disagree with you on that, -1.
Number 6, Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Most Wanted 2012 is a meh choice. From what I've heard, many fans hated this game. This game is guilty for identity theft, trying to pass itself off as Most Wanted. -1. To this guy's credit, I guess, he didn't put this at number 3. From here on out, the list gets a lot better.
Number 5, Need for Speed Carbon.
I put Carbon on number 6 on my list, but this is the first entry I fully agree with. You finally earned a full point.
Number 4, Need for Speed Underground.
You got that right. Here we have another bright gem in the Need for Speed series.
The game features the same speedy driving style, but with a more realistic focus on how each car handles. A different kind of racing game altogether, Underground delves players into the dangerous world of illegal street racing. Add in a killer soundtrack, intricate tuning and customization, and tracks riddled with shortcuts, and you have a game that guarantees hours of gameplay even for new fans of the series.
Yeah, those are the reasons why this game deserves to be this high on the list. And speaking of the game's soundtrack, it's so amazing to the point where I downloaded the entire thing on my phone.
Number 3, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
I somewhat disagree with this one. Would have had Hot Pursuit 2 and 2010 swap places. Since I gave 2010 half a point, I'm giving to the same thing. 2. Get it?
Number 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yay, we have Most Wanted 2005 on this list. Okay, the second half of this top 10 improved massively. Another +1.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Never played High Stakes, so 0. Never played Rivals either, so 0 again. Since you didn't put both shift games in the list, I'll be generous with this one and give you half a point, although I probably shouldn't. I disagree with Pro Street being an honorable mention, but since it's still in the video nonetheless, I'll just give you half a point.
Number 1. Need for Speed Underground 2.
Oh hell yeah, Underground 2 is number 1 on this list. We started off kinda weak, but we finished it strongly strong. So how does this list hold up? I would say, way better than 7's list from Facebook, I can tell you that for damn sure. No laggy footage, all of the gameplay are in the correct entries. This was relieving to sit through, in contrast to 7's video. WatchMojo's final score is 3. The only game that was in my top 10 and not in WatchMojo's was 2015. It's not really that big of a deal because I ranked it as number 9, so I'll just leave it at that. So in conclusion, if you want to see a top 10 Need for Speed games, check out my list, or any of these. Pretty much any list is better than 7's. Okay, I'm done mentioning him. Thanks for watching. Let me know about your opinions in the comments below. Like, subscribe and follow me on these social media platforms.